Hi there, I'm Michelle Cohen, yoga instructor and mom of two, and I wanted to share with you a very brief restorative practice to get you through the harried holidays. As the days get darker and our lives inevitably get busier and our schedules are jam-packed, what we need most is to rest and to restore ourselves so that we can really be there for others. So I thought I would give you a couple of techniques. You can just take 15 minutes out of your day. If you have longer, that's great to do this. And hopefully you'll have a much more enjoyable holiday season. So to get started, we can do a heart opener. Since the holidays are all about giving and giving of ourselves to our friends and family, we want to make sure that our heart is nice and open so that we're able to do that. So I'm just using some yoga blankets. If you don't have any at home, you can use a towel or a stiffer blanket that you might have, maybe wool or a heavy cotton blanket. And you just want to roll it long edge to long edge, just like this, to create a little bit of a bolster. And you can adjust the height as needed depending on how much you've been practicing yoga or how open you find your back to be. We're going to take another one of our blankets, open it to a nice large rectangle, roll it long edge to long edge, creating another skinny bolster. We're going to come to lay so that the blanket for our heart opening is going to be placed right about at the base of the shoulder blades. And you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to add a little hip opening here as well. Bring the bolster, or the blanket really, the little tiny bolster that you've created, onto the top of the feet. Bring it around so that it goes underneath the shins and the outer hips. And then you'll lay yourself back, adjust as needed, so that shoulder blades will come comfortably onto the mat. Extend the arms out. Let's take a couple of deep cleansing breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Sigh it out, melt the shoulders down the back. Inhale once again. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Envision your heart softening and opening, nice and bright, out into the world, shining your best self forward. Letting your hips sink down into the earth. Letting gravity gently open them. Releasing any stuck emotions you may have in the hips. And then feel free to hang out here. Anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes or so would be delightful. And then to come out on an inhale, gently draw the knees in towards one another. Roll yourself onto your right side. And then inhale, press yourself up to seated. So that will allow us to find the best part of ourselves to give to others. But then, in the same token, we want to be able to give to ourselves and come back to our own center and restore ourselves. So we can do that through a restorative child's pose, also known as balasana. So you can take a couple of blankets to do this, folding them in half, and just stacking them one on top of the other. You can adjust the height again as needed. Knees come out, mat distance apart, lots of space for the blankets to come in to the inner thighs. Again, if you don't have these blankets at home and you want to stack a couple of pillows, that's a great idea as well. This is just all about decadence, indulgence, feeling good. So make sure to take the time to set yourself up properly so you can really allow yourself to let go. So once you get here, you're just going to bring your torso on top of the blankets. Arms can just rest gently alongside the blankets, or can extend out, or can come back alongside the body. Whatever feels most comfortable. You can also turn the palms to face up if you'd like to receive a little bit more energy. And then just allow the eyes to close, settle in. Hips will sink down once again towards the earth. And you'll take a couple of breaths here, breathing fully into the front body and into the back body. Allowing yourself to feel fully supported. Child's pose is a great place to just come back to yourself, be meditative, find yourself humbled. And since it is the pose of the child, it's just surrendering, softening, really letting go, finding your sense of service here. And then again, 5 to 15 minutes, as much time as you have. And then inhaling, coming up to a seated position. And then finally, a great third and finishing pose is legs up the wall, a restorative oldie and goodie, a lot of people's favorites. There's many different ways to do this, but since we already have our blankets folded as they are, I'm just going to take 2 of them off of the stack and bring them to the wall. Move that out of the way. And then you're going to come to sit onto the blankets. Bring the legs up onto the wall, and let me just say, I always mention there's no real graceful way to do this. So it's going to feel slightly awkward, and that's okay. But you'll bring your legs up. They can be resting against the wall, and then the blankets are here to support the mid-back. Again, shoulders might come to rest onto the floor. Legs can be straight up and down, out into a wide V, or you can bring the soles of the feet together if you want a little bit more hip opening in a Baddha Konasana position. So whatever version you choose, find yourself again settling in, surrendering, focusing on each inhale and each exhale. And this is a wonderful pose to reverse the blood flow in the body. Inversions are a great way to give yourself more energy. They're good for insomnia. It's good for just generally retuning everything in the body. And you'll be amazed at just how much a couple of minutes in this pose can really rejuvenate you. So again, staying here as long as you are comfortable. The toes might begin to tingle a little bit. That's okay. That's from the reverse blood flow. And then when you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Inhale, draw the knees in towards the chest. Exhale, roll over onto the right side. And then press yourself once again up to seated. And then give yourself a big pat on the back for taking time out of your busy schedule to restore yourself so that you can give to others, and so that we can really, really be there and be present for ourselves and for our friends and family during the holiday season. So I wish you all the greatest of holidays. May you go forth and find your light so that you can shine bright. Happy holidays to you and yours. Namaste.